Move to question 16. Call on the Honourable Member for Arbory, Castletown, Malew, Mr Moorhouse.
Thank you, Mr President. I would like to ask the Minister for Infrastructure what action is being taken to ensure that the Port of Heysham remains accessible for steam packet vessels. Thank you.
Minister for Infrastructure to reply.
Thank you, Mr President. Operations of the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company in the Port of Heysham are not under the remit of the Harbours Division. The Port of Heysham is owned by and operated by Peel Ports, and operational matters such as dredging requirements are a matter between the two entities. It is the understanding of the Harbours Division of the DOI that dredging operations at the port are ongoing and that the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company are in constant dialogue with Peel Ports to ensure disruption to the ferry service is minimised. Thank you, Mr President.
Supplementary, Mr Morehouse.
Thank you, Mr President. Thank you, Minister. In the media over the Christmas break, it did suggest that infrastructure had direct talks with the Port of Heysham. Has that actually taken place? And with regard to dredging that's just been referred to, going forward, is that going to happen on a more regular basis? And in terms of the past dredging, will there be an increased amount going forward in the next 6 months compared with the last 6 months? Is there any change expected? Thank you.
Minister to reply.
Thank you, Mr President. I think the Honourable Member probably read the paper wrong, because I certainly had conversations with the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company over this, but certainly not with Peel Ports. As I said, that's for them to do. And for me to interrupt those discussions or stick my nose in there is probably asking for trouble, I would suggest. As regards to the silt at Heysham, again, that is down to the department, or down to the Steam Packet to discuss and determine with Peel Ports. And Peel Ports do have an obligation, because they publish the depths of the port, to keep them to that depth. And Steam Packet and other companies using Port of Heysham will take them to task over that if it's not kept to that. And they do try their best, I'm told. Obviously, there was an issue there at Christmas time.
Yes, final supplementary, Mr Morehouse.
Thank you, Mr President, and thank you, Minister. In terms of the Minister's discussions with the Steam Packet, has any consideration been given to the impact on businesses and residents in terms of the impact of a short-term timetable change or about having to return? Was that discussed at your meeting? Thank you very much.
Minister to reply.
The impact on commercial and residents trying to get into Heysham or get away from Heysham and come back here is always discussed, and it's absolutely, it's the first critical thing that the Steam Packet think about. It's what they're there to do. They're there to serve. They tried, and those that didn't make it on the first attempt were put on the second attempt, were put on the third attempt, I believe. And they were desperate to get those people there. So it is absolutely a consideration. And all the time they will have been talking with Peel Ports as to what the issues were. And of course, there were issues with the fog as well, and they discuss all those with Peel Ports, Mr President.